September 30th of this year is going to be Cat and Cloud's 6-year anniversary, and it seemed like a good opportunity to share a little bit about where we're at and where we're going to be going. So physically, we have 4 stores and a roasting space. Our first store opened on, you guessed it, September 30th, 2016.
What's up? We have our first in line here. I know it's really early and I'm crazy.
That's the 3600 Portola Drive location, East Side Santa Cruz. It's a small building. It was a shoestring budget build out, but it was a place where our ideas turned into a reality. We did all the roasting there in the beginning, and it was a time that we'll never see again, which is all of Cat and Cloud was in one place at one time. The energy was undeniable. Our second store opened less than a year later, and that's our location at Abbott Square, which is a market in downtown Santa Cruz. This is our only shared space, and the fact that it was a shared space is what allowed us to build it out so quickly. It didn't cost as much as building a standalone location, and it was more about the cost of equipment and machinery, and it allowed us to feel that first little tidbit of, what does it feel like to scale? What does it feel like to have employees in different locations? What does it feel like to lead something that's not all in one place? And despite our space's small footprint, it was a challenge and definitely helped us get ready for the next 2 locations, which were much, much bigger. In June of 2019, we opened our Aptos store. Aptos is this little town that borders Santa Cruz, and it's got kind of a sleepy, mellow vibe to it. And the inspiration for this cafe was just bright light, lots of windows, almost Miami, but not quite cranked up to 11 kind of feel. And yes, we have a full-size Street Fighter II console with a custom coffee-inspired design.
I don't know. You gotta ask her. Did you see these renderings as part of the package that was sent to you as well?
Everyone take a picture, then let me look at it, please.
Look at it.
When this store was opening, we were also in the process of developing and building out our 4th location at Swift Street, which is west side Santa Cruz, the complete opposite side of town. That opened less than a year later. That opened January 30th, 2020, right before the pandemic. We also relocated our roastery space, which was obscenely small in the first cafe, to the same building as the Swift Street Cafe. For this reason, the Swift location is kind of the unofficial hub of Cat and Cloud. If you were coming to visit us from out of town and you can only go to one location, Swift is a good one to go to. Not because it's better than any of the other ones, but because you get the experience of being in the cafe, and then you can walk down to the edge of the building and peek into the roastery and kind of see both sides of what's going on in our coffee world. In the past 6 years, I've seen our business grow and change in ways that I never could have imagined. The numbers are one thing, starting with 1 cafe and 8 employees, and now having 4 in a standalone roastery and 70 employees. It's a big difference, but the difference isn't in just the numbers, it's the experiences and the growth that we've had while getting to those numbers. And embracing the process is important because there's no point at which the journey stops. It's not about a destination. It's what you learn along the way. It's who you connect with along the way. It's who you're able to impact along the way. And that's really what we lean into at Cat and Cloud. Yes, we want to grow the business, but more than anything, we want to impact the people around us and inspire other people, let them know that they can impact the people around them. That's what it's about for us. Everything we do, we try to do it in the service of others. And we get in return. Thank you. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you if you've bought coffee, if you've waved, if you've liked a post, if you've done anything like that, that fuels us, that feeds us. We wouldn't be here without you. And hey, thanks for 6 years, y'all. Peace.